Hey, what's up guys? It's Nick and this is my beginner to pro Rust guide, and I'm gonna be making sure I cover every basics of the game to getting to the higher level of the game to help you guys survive and get better. So let's dive right in. Alright, so once you click on find game, you're gonna meet this list of official servers, community and modded servers. For now, we're just gonna be using an official server with a low amount of players and good ping. You know, you don't want to fight people right now, just want to be in your personal space and learn how to play the game. So I would suggest roughly around up to 40 players playing. That's the max you want to go to in the beginning. Alright, so let's dive right in with the basics. So like any other player in the game, you're gonna spawn off with a rock on and a torch on the beach. As of October 2017, you no longer need to make paper maps. You can just press G and you can see the entire map, which is very useful. You can right click as well and then scroll around the map or zoom in, zoom out by scrolling. Right, the three bars on the bottom are health, hydration, and calories, which are gonna be important later on in the game. Even the start of the game, you don't want those to go down. If your health hits 0, you're gonna die and then you'll have to respawn again, like this guy just did. Okay, the next important thing in this game is the inventory. So before we start moving on, you want to make sure you're heading to, as you can see, I'm right here. You want to make sure you head towards a rat town. Now, what are the rat towns? A rat town is any town with this, like, a black big name on it, like this: abandoned supermarket, train yard. And these towns exhibit radiation. That means you can't go near them naked. And these towns also provide components and other facilities, which we'll go into later on. But for now, you want to just go near these roads which are connecting these rat towns. So not too close though, there are gonna be campers over there, but I would say somewhere around them. For now, we're gonna be heading towards this road above the Oxim's gas station. On your way, you want to pick as many mushrooms as you can by just going at them, pressing E, and you can take them pretty much. And just press the number to eat it. If it's on the third number of the bar, you can just press 3 and it's gonna eat up. For now, I would say you ignore nodes like this. This gives sulfur, it's kind of green. White nodes give rock, and a little brownish nodes give you metal ore, which we'll get into later on. There's an inventory. You can press tab to access it. As soon as you see here, you're naked at the beginning. And here is where all your items are gonna go, and you start taking more stuff in. And this is gonna be like your main bag when you play. Over here on the left side under your character are the clothes which you'll be wearing, and this is the kind of perks they will provide. You will find a lot of items that you can eventually craft. Alright, when you get here, as you can see, we're next to the Oxim's gas station road, and as you see, whenever you turn your mouse around, your pointer also goes in a different direction on the map. So you don't want to go too close to Rat Town because you can't actually build too close to them. So I would just go a little bit north near the road. As you can see, we're on the road right now, and we're gonna go in the midst of some trees because that's where we'll need our most supplies from. On your way, if you can find these things called hemp fibers, go ahead and press E on them. That's gonna give you 10 cloth and 1 hemp seed. The hemp seed is just like if you want to plant it somewhere, and then it's gonna eventually grow for someone else to harvest it. But what it does give you is when you press tab, it gives you this cloth. This is really useful for a lot of things in the game, in early and late game, and also mid game. So you want to take your rock and bash a tree with it as many times as you want until it basically disappears. This is gonna give you wood, as you can see on the bottom right. Wood is essential for a lot of things in this game, like cooking up food and furnaces for getting metal and going on to the high level of the game. Right, so once you have about 300 wood, you want to go ahead and click on the wooden spear and craft it. And it's gonna take about 30 seconds to craft. You want to keep chopping the wood. Another thing that I want you guys to build is gonna be a building plan. You just click tab, you click on this paper over here. If you can't find it, just press Q and search for paper. You'll find it right here. It's gonna take about 4 seconds to build, and then you have to click on this blue thing over here, building plan, and just wait for that to craft. I will tell why we're gonna use it in a second. Right, so once you've harvested 3 hemp, you want to have 100 wood, and then you want to make the sleeping bag over here, or you can just go on crafting and type sleeping bag, and just click craft. As you can see, 30 cloth and 100 wood. this is basically a location where you can respawn. You can also gift your sleeping bag if you're playing with a friend. You can give it to them. At nighttime, you can equip your torch and right click it if you really want to. That's gonna make things visible for you, but that's also gonna mean that everybody around you will be able to see you in the dark, so I'd rather not. Alright, so once you have all your shit sorted and you have some wood chopped down using your, of course, new hatchet and new pickaxe, hatchet, and you have some stone from the pickaxe, you want to go ahead and create a tool cupboard, a wooden storage box, door, and a key lock, which is going to be helpful for you to start a base. So now you want to take the blueprint, or what do you call it, building plan, and you want to build a base now. So as for starters, I would say you build a very 2x2 base, or even a smaller base than that will do. Make sure the the foundation should not, like the land should not be uneven. And then one over here, and I would say one over here and one over here. It's like a 2x2 base, and you can even make it a 1x1 if you want, but I would suggest a 2x2 for now. Gives you a little bit more space, and just like that, you want to build up the floor. Okay, you're gonna place the wooden door over here, and we'll talk about the TC later. You want to take the hammer, drag it down, look at it. Now right click everything. Before you do anything, you want to make sure the ceilings are all of stone. There you go, that's all stone. Now you want to make the doorway stone, and that's all that's important really. Now you want to make the walls of wood, right click and left click. Everything else, the foundations, also wood, this also wood. Right, now you are pretty much safe. Not safe yet. You have to put your key lock. Where is the key lock? There it is. You get the key lock on the door, place it on the door like this. Hold E and create a key. Now you have locked yourself and you're good in this 2x2 base. Now what you want to do next is put your sleeping bag down over here, and now you want to put your tool cupboard down. The importance of a tool cupboard is that no one can build around this area apart from you. So once you click on authorize, only you can build around this area, which prevents people from hijacking your base, unless they hijack your TC. Next thing you want to do is you want to place the wooden box around the side of the room, so you can place some of your shit in there, so you don't risk too much when you go out. For now, I'm going to put these hemp seeds, and this is just found in the box, and the stash, and some cloth. Put the stash somewhere around your base. I normally do under the base. Do it under this foundation over here. Put the key back in, and then just hide your stash under. Now your base is safe. No one's gonna come around and do anything. Right, so the good thing about building your road is that alongside the roads you will find these trucks and barrels which you can break, and these boxes which you can open for good shit. Like, we just gotta salvage cleaver and scrap. I'll tell what scrap does later on, but right now it's just useless for you. You can use these things to break through these barrels, and they give you some components, some random components which you won't find anywhere else. You're also going to be finding food which you can just eat up, and this is really going to restore your HP, hunger, and water. And alright, we are in the Oxim's gas station, and there's normally a loot crate over there, which is not here. That means someone's been here recently, which is alright. We don't really care. We're gonna put in all the components that we've gotten for now, since we're just starting out. We wouldn't need the spring, so I'll just keep the spring with me for now. And we're gonna put in the gears and turn this thing on. So what happens when you recycle, like, you get some components and like metal fragments over there. You get some high quality metal, which is really helpful in late game. Just wanna suck up on that. And some more metal fragments. And boom, there we go. We have our 100 metal fragments for a code lock. This is the quickest way to get metal fragments, and we're definitely gonna use them on a code lock. We could use them on other good shit like a hatchet or some shit, but for now we're gonna use it for a code lock, because the first thing is making your base secure.